AA, see you in church. Hi, I'm Manuel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Put the little hand high. I do it right away because I always forget. So I always tell everybody to do it at the beginning because you can always change it to the other if you don't like what's being talked about. Um, and don't forget to write how you felt about what I've talked about, and especially leave a thought of something you think I should talk about. I decided to talk about because I was watching TV and they were doing Smash or Pass, and then it made me think about something because they were like, "Oh wow, I like that person," but then and it dawned on me, I haven't talked about that, and I've been wanting to. I find a lot of times, and it's true. A lot of times they're always telling you, don't meet the people you're impressed by because don't meet your heroes because they'll disappoint you. And I've met my heroes. The first one I'm going to pick is RuPaul. I was a huge fan of RuPaul, but it wasn't because of TV and everything. When RuPaul started his career, he went to a club called The Works and he introduced his song, You Better Work. Supermodel. That song you remember. The song that set him out there and made him, a big thing to deal with. Well, I met him then. He went up and we went, and the place was actually really expensive to go there. Um, if you were going to come in, you paid $50 to come in, unless you were a member of the club. And I went with my friends. I was a member, so we just walk in, show our cards. They knew us by that time, though. Anyway, we go in and they announce, here's RuPaul. And RuPaul comes out, tall, 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 young black man, and dances and sings and does You Better Work, Supermodel. And it was great. Wonderful, wonderful song. Loved it. He gets off the stage and we're dancing, we're having a good time, and he comes and he dances with us. I'm sure he wouldn't remember the works, but he dances with us. It was me, my friend Christopher, my other friend Juan Savag, and Verant. We're all there dancing and having a good time. Actually, I don't think Christopher was there. I'm wrong. Christopher wasn't there, and he comes and he comes down and he's dancing with us, and we're all having a good time. And he turns around to me. At that time, I was skinny. I was a toothpick. And he turns and looks at me and he says, you were so cute, I'll just snatch you up and stick you in my pocket. And I smiled and everybody laughed and we were having a great time. And he was dancing with us and really enjoying himself. And then he left and they actually dragged him out because the music there was always very, very good. And we were dancing. So he left. And Then we saw him. We were going to go see him where he was supposed to be, but he didn't show up. But that wasn't the reason I changed my opinion. I still like him. I just don't respect him like I used to. Why? Well, his show. I'm sorry, but when he put out his first season, he tried and tried and tried to get that one young man. He practically dragged him by his hair down that aisle, giving him too many chances and all that stuff because he wanted him to be the new supermodel of the world. He's awful. He was a brat. He acted like a child, and RuPaul was still trying to force him. He finally had to accept it, and he put the young man from Kamaru as the new Superman, which I also didn't think he should have been there. It should have been the other person. Why? Well, because he never had to walk the runway to win a time. One, he was always brand new image, always doing something different. And to boot, he was having so much fun doing it. You could just see how everybody liked him and leaned towards him, even when they had famous people come in and everybody else didn't pay attention and all that. He did. And he had lots of fun doing it. I mean, you could just see it. I was surprised when he gave it to who he did. He did, I guess, made a good one. But to be honest, I think the other guy would have been so much better because he was more androgynous. It was exciting. His clothing was different and beyond, and that was even before he became the supermodel. You know what I mean? He would, even if he had become the supermodel, he was already ahead of the rest. Which I was like, okay, whatever. Then the second year, he dragged what his name down there and gave him the award. He did not earn it. There were so many people better than him, but there you go. Oh, he's so. Oh, it just, to me, it just sort of like left a bad taste. And as the seasons went on and on and on, it just got worse. At the end, the one to me that really topped the cake for me and just putting a slash on was when they gave the crown to, what is his name? See, I don't like him at all. I didn't like him when he was on the regular Drag Race and when he was on All Stars Drag Race, and they gave it to him. Alaska. Blech. The worst drag queen. Ugly, ugly outfits, ugly, ugly image, never looked cute, always an ugly troll. But that's where I was. Another person I lost respect from, was um, Gallagher. I loved his stuff I saw on TV, but when we saw him live, he was horrible. He attacked a girl and made her cry and dragged a guy up there to help him do that. And we thought she was part of the show. No, she wasn't. She was a poor innocent woman out there. And then another thing he did is he didn't like gays. There were these gay guys in the front. He made them throw them out, or he wasn't going to do his second show. So the guy goes and he said, "Come on." And they went out and they had bought everything. And he went over to their what do you call that? Their t-shirt booth and everything. And the head of the Symphony Hall said, you guys gotta take everything back and give them back their money." And the guy says, "Well, we don't." And he goes, they threw them out. You have to give them their money. So they gave them their money. They went over into the box office and they took the money out for the tickets, 100% for the tickets there too. Everything came to zero for them, and they went with their money home. And I was surprised you didn't make him give them money for gas. He says, "I was tempted." So that's another person I lost respect for. I lost respect for Oprah. Was because she's, instead of making a movie, writing a book, she destroyed A Stitch in Time. Because the character's a guy. He's also white. She made him a girl. And she's black. I mean, write your own stories. Just, and the character's already black. It's the same thing they did with Cinderella. They put what's her name as Cinderella, and then they made the guy Chinese. I was like, oh, gross. Hated that. I own the original Cinderella. I own the cartoon Cinderella. I own I think it's Everlasting. That Cinderella. I own all of them except for that one. Don't want it. Sorry. Don't care for that bullshit where you have to make everybody that bullshit. Screw you guys. I hate that shit when you fuck up a show. Same thing with but I bought it and now I am so unhappy about it. When they went over and they made the character gay. We knew he was gay. We didn't need you to yell it from the top of the things. Oh, he's gay and he's in love with what's his name. We knew that. We just know that the other guy, he's in love with himself. That's it. Another person I lost complete respect for, Richard Dreyfuss. He was very rude. He pushed me out of the way. I just, boom. I haven't seen a Richard Dreyfuss movie in years. Teddy Savalas. Not Teddy Savalas. What was his name? He had a bunch of gorgeous sons. I can see his face right now and his sons, but I can't think of his name. And that's the strange thing. Those people, these people, I had so much respect until I met them. Boom. Except for RuPaul. I had lots of respect for RuPaul when I met her. And then later on her show, I just lost the respect more and more and more until, boom, none. Because of them giving, what's his name, the award. It doesn't mean anything to any of them. I know that. But the point is that, it's, you just lose that these people do that. And you find these people hate. Like my friend liked Marky Mark until Marky Mark came out and was a hater to gays. Same thing with a lot of those people. I mean, to be honest, I really don't care one way or another. I used to be a big fan of, not really a big fan, but I liked her because she did Selena. And then later on, I heard she was rude to people that were serving her. And I lost all respect for her. And then there's a lot of people like that, that I people that I didn't like, but then when I met them, I liked them. Um, it just the thing that makes me happier is that there were more people I liked that I didn't like at one time than there that I like now because I met them and they're the most sweetest people. Then there are people that I liked and then they ended up horrible people. That's the thing that really surprised me. And that's why I decided to make this video. I've forgotten that I wanted to do that. I was a big fan of some of these people, and I'm still a fan of a lot of them, except for Richard Dreyfuss. And I cannot think of his name. He was a comedian, and he already passed, so it doesn't matter one way or another. Dom DeLuise. I used to be a huge fan of his, and then I actually met him, and he came in, he acted like he was so nice and everything. And when he did his show, we did what he wanted us to do, and he tried to get one of the managers fired because she was doing what he told them to do. Lost all respect for him. Never saw a movie that he was in, whether it was a cartoon or whatever, after that. I used to love a movie called The Secret of NIMH. He was this silly bird. Never saw the movie again after he did that. What else? There's so many people that were people I didn't think I would like when I met them in person. And then they were beyond beautiful, like Alice Cooper. Great, great, great person in real life. I was scared of him. And then when I really met him, sweetheart. But like I said, some people are, you expect him not to be, because he was huge when I met him. And such a sweetheart. And some people you thought they would be the greatest people, and they ended up jerks. Or they do something that you really don't respect and keep on doing stuff like that. RuPaul. I mean, I still like him. I like his music and whatever. I just, I, I have up to, um, what's her name? I can't think of her name. After she won, I stopped purchasing the show because she gave the award on the other one to you know who, and I was like, no, no more, and I just stopped. I stopped buying his music. I stopped buying his um, TV show. I just stopped with RuPaul. I lost all respect because of that. Sorry. Um, if he puts out a really, really good song, I'll probably buy it. But in the long run, no. But he won't care. He's still going home with millions and millions of dollars and putting them in his bank account. But me, a person who met him and loved him for years. Oh, I still love him. I just don't respect him anymore. But anyway, I wish him the best and everything. Never gonna wish bad for anybody, not even Dom DeLuise or Richard Dreyfuss or any of those that disappointed me when I met them in person. But anyway, don't forget to subscribe, put the little hand up, leave me a message, and tell me what you'd like to talk about. Anyway, AA, see you in church.